For a man of many wives, the beloved one needs no friendship from the others. Welcome to section 10 of chapter 5 of the Holy Quran. Chapter 5 being Surah Al-Ma'idah, table spread. Let's go. Ya ayyuhar rasulu, balik ma unzila ilayka min rabbika. O messenger, Ya ayyuhar rasul, proclaim balik the message, and message is in brackets, proclaim the message which hath been sent to thee from thy Lord, min Rabbika. Min Rabbika. وإن لم تفعل فما بلغت فإن لم تفعل فما بلغت رسالته فما بلغت رسالته. If thou didst not, thou wouldst not have fulfilled and proclaimed his mission. That's the mission of God. So if Muhammad didn't proclaim the message to people, he would not have proclaimed God's mission. So God's message and God's mission. God's mission is for Muhammad to proclaim his message. God's message to people. Wallahu yasmuka minan nas. Inna Allah la yahdi qawmal kafirin. And God will defend thee, Yasmuka, will defend thee from men, minan nas, into brackets, who mean mischief, from men who mean mischief. For God guideth not those who reject faith. Inna Allah la yahdi qawmal kafirin. Note 777 to this sign 67. What we've read is sign 67. I forgot to mention that. And the note to read is 777. Let's go there. 777. Muhammad had many difficulties to contend with, many enemies and dangers to avoid. It's not easy. Many enemies and dangers to avoid. This is teaching us anybody doing the right thing will face a lot of resistance. I think I've said it before. Anything in the world there is resistance. Even a car moving, there is resistance. You have to face the air, and you see the air is resistant. Likewise, an aeroplane. Even sometimes birds fly onto the aeroplane, fly against the aeroplane. Okay, pardon me for digression. To avoid enemies and dangers to avoid. His mission must be fulfilled. God's mission must be fulfilled. Equally, Muhammad's mission, both are the same. And he must dash as he did dash go forward and proclaim that message and fulfill his mission, Muhammad's mission now, and he Muhammad must dash as he did dash go forward and proclaim that message and fulfill his mission, trusting to God for protection, and unconcerned if people who had lost all sense of right rejected it or threatened him. And that's why God told him, Wallahu yasmuka minan nas. inna Allaha la yahdi qawmal kafirin. Okay, now let's go to the uh, next sign, which is 78. No, 68 rather, which is 68. Uh, Kul ya ahl kitab lastum ala shay'in hakan. Lastu ala shay'in hatta. It's not hakan. Kul ya ahl kitaba ya ahl kitab lastum ala shay'in hatta takimu taurata wa injila wa ma unzila ilayka min rabbikum. Say, O people of the book, ye have no ground to stand on. Ma lastum ala shay'in is interpreted here as I couldn't have interpreted it to be factual, to be honest. I couldn't have interpreted it this way. Ma lastum ala shay'in, and here it is. Ye have no ground to stand upon. Hatta takimu hata takimu at-taurata wa injila wa ma unzila ilaykum min rabbikum min rabbikum. To stand upon, unless ye stand fast by the Torah. Ye stand fast by the Torah. To kimu Taurati, and Injila, and the gospel, Oma unzla ileka min rabbikum, and the gospel and all the revelation that has come to you from your Lord. So here, God is not distinguishing between the Old Testament, in inverted commas of mine, the Old Testament, the Bible, Injil or Gospel, and then the other revelations, and the revelation that has come. There's no distinction. Very often in our part of the world, especially in Ghana, you will see somebody saying your Bible and your Quran and our Bible, or vice versa, your Bible and our Quran. What does it mean? It doesn't have any meaning. I sympathize with such people because the Bible is for both of us. The Bible is for everybody, as well as the Quran. No distinction here. Like there is no distinction between the messengers. Okay. Min rabbikum. Wala yazidanna. Wala yazidanna kataran minhum ma unzila ilayka min rabbika tughyanan wa kufran. La yazidanna from your Lord. It is the revelation, and all revelation that comes to you from God. Yeah. It is the revelation that cometh to thee from thy Lord that increaseth in most of them their obstinate rebellion and blasphemy. We've done it before. Tughyanan wa kufran. And you see, the increased here comes late, but in the Arabic side, it comes early, the first. Where is it? Wala yazidanna kathiran. That's the beginning. But here it comes a bit later. That increased in most of their obstinate. That increases. So the increases comes. So the text is interpreted into English in the best way, in the best sensible way. let me say so. All right. كفرا فلا تعصى على قوم الكافرين فلا تعصى على قوم الكافرين. Do not grieve over unbelieving people. Okay, sorry. But sorrow thou not, that's in the text, but sorrow thou not over these people without faith. This is in brackets. Without it, it reads, but sorrow thou not over people without faith. 778 is the note, 778. And it's against faith, people without faith. In verse 526, Moses was told not to sorrow over a rebellious people. So you see, the messengers actually went through hell. And today we have people enjoying from the messages, both Christians and Muslims. Moses was told not to sorrow over a rebellious people, full stop. Here, Muhammad is told not to sorrow over people without faith. Over people without faith. The second situation is even more trying than the first. Full stop. Rebellion may be a passing phase. Full stop. Want of faith is an attitude of mind that is well nigh hopeless. That is well nigh hopeless. Well nigh is hyphenated, and nigh is Nigh. And I think it means very near hopeless. Okay, full stop. Yet the prophet patiently reasoned with them and bore their taunts and insults. Full stop. If, the argument runs, you do not believe in anything, even in the things that you may be expected to believe in, how can you receive in faith God's message that has come in another form? Question mark. In fact, your jealousy adds to your obstinacy and unbelief. Such things are still happening today to individuals. I think viewers can side with me, can bear with me that this is a fact, general fact. All right, and that's 778, not 778 to sign 68. Let's go to sign 69. Oh, 69. And 69 has a long note, long commentary. Pardon me. I don't know that. What's the Pardon me. Uh, we're going to sign 7. No, we're going to sign 69 rather. إن الذين آمنوا والذين هادوا والسابئون والنصارى من آمن بالله واليوم الآخرة وعمل صالحا فلا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. Those who believe, into brackets, in the Quran. So when we say inna lazina amanu here, and in many places it means in the Quran. In other places it means general, in the general message of God. That's all messages of God, like we said before. But here specifically, it is bracketed as in the Quran. So those who believe, those who follow the Jewish scriptures, alazina hadu, and the Sabians were Sabi'un, and the Christians were Nasara. Any who believe in God, ma amana billahi wa yawmil akhirah, and the last day, wa yawmil akhirah, and do good works, wa amala salihan, wa wa amila salihan, and do righteous and yes, and work righteousness, wa amila salihan, fala khawfa alayhim wa la hum yahzanun. On them shall be no fear, comma, nor shall they grieve. Yahzanun. Remember we did it. God tell Muhammad, La yahzunuka allazina yuharifuna. Do not grieve over those who raise themselves into disbelief. Walahum yahzunun, and they shall not grieve. 779. Let's see. I said before that it's a long note. Let's see. And it's against those who work righteousness. Here, as in Surah Al-Baqarah, into brackets, chapter 2, Psalm 62, the Quran underscores the importance of true and genuine truth and genuine faith, of true and genuine faith, comma, which is to be judged by a sincere belief in God and man's accountability to him, God, backed by a righteous conduct rather than by mere forms of labels. So the one first thing about religion, about the belief in God, is to have righteous conduct. With a righteous conduct, you can recite the Quran or the whole of the Quran in 1 hour. You are no good Muslim, no good Bacho. So the first thing, paramount thing, is righteous conduct. Okay, sorry, that's my own commentary on commentary. Okay, mere forms of labels, full stop. At both the places, it repudiates the false claims of the people of the book, that's the Jews, that they had a special relationship with God, for they were the children of Abraham. Semicolon. That they were a chosen people with special privileges, and no matter what they did, their high status would remain unaffected. We are believing it today. Even today, look at the Israelis. No matter what they do, even if they slaughter children, kill children, burn children, break into homes, do or rape them, even upon all this that they do, they believe they are a chosen children. Their status will remain unaffected. I hope viewers, you can bear with me. Full stop. Here, this false notion is refuted, and people of the book are being reminded that it is through sincere belief and righteous conduct rather than pretentious claims that man can win the Lord's pleasure and achieve ultimate success. This commentary was written decades back, at least, maybe a century or so back, but decades back, before this present time that we are reading, where the Israelis are killing people like that. So you can see, in other words, the commentary probably, or in other words, the commentary foresaw this event, the events of today. Oh my God. Let's go. Achieve ultimate success. Full stop. The verse does not purport to lay down an exhaustive list of the articles of faith. It can't. There are too many. The articles of faith are too many. Nor, full stop, nor does it seek to spell out the essentials of a genuine belief in God, comma, which has no meaning unless it is accompanied by belief in his prophets, in God's prophets, comma, for it is through their agency alone. It is through their agency alone that we know God's will and can abide by it in our practical lives. When you say their agency alone, it means the prophets, the God's prophets' agency alone. Full stop. This is especially true of his final prophet, Muhammad, into brackets, peace be unto him, whose message is universal and not confined to any particular group or section of humanity. Full stop. Belief in the prophethood of Muhammad, peace be unto him, in brackets, is thus an integral part of a logical corollary of belief in God. Full stop. Moreover, if it moreover, it is also an essential test of genuineness of such belief. Full stop. This becomes clear when the verse is read in conjunction with other relevant verses of the Quran. Full stop. See, for instance, chapter 4, 173. We've gone past it. Then chapter 5, 15. Then 19, chapter 5, 15 stroke and 19. Chapter 5, 15, comma 19. Then 7, chapter 7, 1, 5, 7. We yet to get there. Then 21, I think I'm Biao. 21, 107. Then 25, 25. I don't know whether it's I or L. 25, XXV, then I, comma. Then 33, 40. Then I suppose 61, IXL or LXI. I think that's 61. LXI 6. See also 240, chapter 2, sign 40. Then 3, signs 31 to 32. Then 4, 150 to 15. I believe viewers will go to those verses or those references in their leisure time. And that was note 779 to sign 69. Let's go to sign 60, sign 70. Sign 70 has one note, 780. And that note is against slay, they call imposters, and some they slaying of the prophets. Let's go to the sign first. لقد أخذنا ميثاق بني إسرائيل وأرسلنا إليهم رسولا. We took the covenant of the children of Israel, Bani Israel, and sent them messengers. وأرسلنا إليهم رسلا. That is, it's not Rasulan, it's not Rasulan. Ruslan, messengers, and sent them messengers. كلما جاءهم رسول كلما جاءهم رسول بما لا يهوى أنفسهم فريقا كذبوا وفريقا يقتلون. فريقا كذبوا وفريقا يقتلون. Some of them they deny, some of them they kill. Okay, let's go to that. We took the covenant of the children of Israel and sent them messengers. Every time Kulama, is it Kulama here? Yes, Kulama. Every time there came to them a messenger with what they themselves decide not. Dash. Some of these is in brackets. Some they killed. Some they called imposters, Kazabu, and some they killed, Yaktulu. So when messengers come to the people of the book, the Jews, they call them imposters, Kazabu, they deny them and call them imposters. Some they kill. The note to read is 780. Like I said before, it's against killing, 780. And what does it say? That is, they turned away their eyes from God's signs and they turned a deaf ear to God's message by rejecting the messengers and killing some of them, or killing some of them, even by rejecting the messengers or even killing some of them. No, no, I read the wrong sign. I read the wrong sign, but it matches anyway. It follows. The sign I here is 780, and 780 we are told to compare to sign 86 and note 91. It it's nothing other than just killing of messengers, so we won't go there. You can go there in your leisure time. That's 780. 781 we haven't done yet, and that is to sign 71. Let's go to the Psalm 71. وحسبوا ألا تكون فتنة فأموا وسموا فأموا and samu. Let's wait. Let's hold there. وحسبوا ألا تكون فتنة فأموا وسموا. They thought there would be no trial. Allah takunu fitnatan. They thought there would be no trial, into brackets, or punishment. So fitnatan here, either trial or punishment. So they became blind and deaf. For Amu, blind. Wasamu, and deaf. Wasamu and Wasamu. For Amu, blind. Wasamu, death. Tumma taba Allahu alayhim. Tumma taba Allahu. Sorry, not taba, taba. Tumma taba Allahu alayhim. Tumma ammu wasammu kathiran. Tumma ammu wasammu kathiran minhum. Kathiran minhum. Yet, in mercy is in brackets, yet God in mercy in brackets, we remove it, it reads, yet God turned Taba Elehim, turned to them Elehim. Yet again, many of them became blind and deaf. Tumma Amu wasamu kathiran. And yet again, many of them turned blind and deaf. Minhum, of them, many of them. Wallahu basirun bima ya'malun. But God sees well all that they do. Another invocation of God here. And sign 70, note 781 is what we're going to do now. That is, they turned away their eyes from God's signs and they turned a deaf ear to God's message. Tumma fa'ammu wasammu. They turned away their eyes. Not that they declared death. They turned away their eyes, and then they turned their deaf ear to God's message. That's what it means. Let's go to the next sign, which is 70, no, which is 72, sign 72. لقد كفر الذين قالوا إن الله هو المسيح ابن Maryam. Certainly, they disbelieve who say God is Christ, the son of Mary. No good, Bacho. It's idol worship. I think we'll see it. But said Christ. God is telling us what Jesus Christ himself sees. But said Christ. Oh, no, we haven't gone there. Wakala Masihu is Wakala al-Masihu. Ya Bani Israela. Ibudu Allah. Ibudu Allah. Rabbi wa Rabbakum. Ibudu Allah. Rabbi wa Rabbakum. But said Christ himself says to the children of Israel, "Oh, children of Israel, worship God, Ibudu Allah, Rabbi, my Lord, wa Rabbakum, and your Lord." Rabbi wa Rabbakum. Innahu man yushrik billahi fakat haramallahu alayhi al-jannata. And what follows? And your Lord. Whoever joins other gods with God Almighty, whoever joins other gods with Allah, let me use Allah here. Whoever joins other gods with Allah, Allah will never, Allah will forbid him, harama, the gardens, the al-jannat, and the fire will be his abode. With his abode, the fire will be his abode. إنه من يشكر بالله حرم الله عليه جنة جنة ومأواهم ومأواه النار مأواهم النار, and the fire will be his abode. Or if you go directly translation, his abode will be the fire, and now his abode will be the fire. That's why I say sometimes the words do not follow directly in the translation, in the English translation. وَمَا لِلظَّالِمِينَ مِنْ أَنصَارٍ. وَمَا لِلظَّالِمِينَ مِنْ أَنصَارٍ. For the wrongdoers is hyphenated. That's Zalimina. For the wrongdoers be no one to help. Min Ansarin. Note 782. Note 782 is against what? But said Jesus, what Jesus himself says. He says to his followers, worship God, my Lord and your Lord. That's where we're going to 782. Compare Matthew 4:10. Compare Matthew 4:10, where Christ rebukes Satan for desiring the worship of other than God. Then John 20, verse 17, where Christ says to Mary Magdalene, then inverted commas, go unto my brethren and say unto them, I ascend unto my Father and your Father, semicolon, and to my God and your God. Then double inverted commas follows. Compare also Luke 18, XVI 19, Luke 18, 19, where Christ rebukes a certain ruler for calling him good master. Then then double inverted commas. Why callest thou me good? Why do you call me good? Jesus is saying in that quotation that I've just read. Why do you call me good? Me, Jesus. Why do you call me Jesus good? A question mark. None is good save one, and that is God. Oh, and yet all these things are in the Bible, and people ignore them and still say Jesus is God. And that's why I say God says they were counted among the idol worshippers, and their abode, Mawa, whom will be hell, grievous fire. That is God. Then, double inverted, full stop and closing of double inverted commas. Now we go. In Mark 12:25, XII 25, Jesus says, the first of all the commandments is, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one God. Wonderful. All these things are in there. And yet Christians say Jesus is God, Trinity, whatnot, whatnot, whatnot. Oh, no. All right. And that was note 782 to sign 72. Let's go now to sign 73 without a note, I suppose. Sign 72. لقد كفر الذين قالوا إن الله ثالث. إن الله ثالث ثلاث. إن الله ثالث ثلاث. إن الله ثالث ثلاث. وما من الله إلا إله واحد. وما من إله إلا إله واحد. They disbelieve who say God is one of three. Thalitun, thalitatun. Thalitun, thalitatun. Who say God is one of three. Thalitun, thalitatun. Into brackets, in the Trinity. Those who say Thalitun, thalitun, and thalitun is in brackets, Trinity. Those people disbelieve, who believe in the Trinity. Simple. For there is no God except one God. وَمَا مِنَ اللَّهِ إِلَّا إِلَّهٌ وَاحِدٌ. وَمَا إِنَّ اللَّهِ إِلَّا إِلَّهٌ وَاحِدٌ. For there is no God except one God. The first God is small. Small God. There is no small God. G-U-D. That's the spelling. Then the other God, which is Allah, who is in English is spelled capital G. There's no God except one God. وَمَا مِنَ اللَّهِ إِلَّا إِلَّهٌ وَاحِدٌ. وَإِنْ لَمْ يَنْتَهُوا إِمَّا يَقُولُونَ لَيَمَّسَّنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا مِنْهُمْ عَذَابٌ أَلِيمٌ. If they desist not from their word, into brackets, of blasphemy, verily a grievous chastisement will befall the disbelievers among them. Will befall. La yamasanna, here is interpreted as befall. No to read, like I said already. We go to 74 and 75, or we go to 74 without a note either. 74. أفلا يتبون إلى الله ويستغفرونه. أفلا يتبون إلى الله ويستغفرونه. Why turn they not to God and seek his forgiveness? Wallahu gafurun rahimin. Wallahu gafurun rahimun. For God is oft forgiving, most merciful. In other words, those who say those things, who believe in in Jesus as God, and who believe in the Trinity, should better turn away to God, and God will surely forgive them, because He's most merciful and all forgiving. Let's go to the next sign. 75, which has a note or two, I think a note. Two notes. So let's go to 75. Ma almas Ma almasihu ibn Maryam illa rasulun. Christ, the son of Mary, was no more than a messenger. Illa rasulun was no more than a messenger. Kat halat min qablihi ar-rusul. Kat halat min qablihi ar-rusul. The messengers that passed away before him. Let me see. Christ, the son of Mary, was no more than a messenger, semicolon. Many were, yeah. Many were, that's what I mean. Many were the messengers that passed away before him. Kad halat min qablihi ar-rusulu. Messengers. Wa ummahu sadiqatun. Wa ummahu sadiqatun. The mother, his mother, was righteous, or what word is it? Was truthful. And his mother, before him, his mother was a woman of truth. That's the right thing here. That's what I should have read to you. His mother, Jesus, whose mother? Jesus' mother, who is it? Mary was a woman of truth. So the Quran is telling us Mary was a woman of truth. There is a note to read, 783. Let's finish the whole thing. Sadiqatun. Kana yakulana. Kana yakulani. Kana yakulani. Ta'amun. Kana yakulani. Ta'amun. They both ate food, or they both ate food. Yakulani ate. Kalla, the two of them. Yakulani, the two of them ate food, like me and you. So how can you call them God? Does God eat food? Common sense. So the Quran is telling both Jesus and the mother ate food, and you call them God. Have you ever seen God, let alone to see him eating good food? That's blasphemy, or being manifest blasphemy. Okay. They both eat their food. They both eat their food. But there's brackets there. They both eat their daily food. Not just eating food. They eat food daily. It's not a matter of eating today and maybe 1 month later or 2 months later, making them miraculous people. No. They eat food daily, every day, like you and I. Okay. Ta'amun. Yes, ta'amun. انظروا كيف نبين انظروا كيف نبين لهم الآيات كيف انظروا كيف نبين لهم الآيات. What follows? He says, see how God hath made his signs clear to them. So the fact that Jesus eats food daily and the mother Mary ate food daily are signs, clear signs. But we don't think of them. We don't reflect over them. So see how God has made these signs clear to them. See how God doeth make his signs clear to them. Lahum al-ayat. Thumma unzuru anna yufakun. Thumma unzuru anna yufakun. Yet see in what ways they are deluded away from the truth. So your fakun is deluded from the truth, or to be deluded from this truth. That's just one word, your fakuna. Unzuru, anna your fakuna. Uh, uh, and yet, see yet in what ways, they are deluded away from the truth. Anna yakuluna. We have two notes. 783 is against woman of truth, Virgin Mary, and 784 clear signs. Let's go to 783. Let's go to 783. She never claimed that she was a mother of God. Who? Virgin Mary. She never did that. Or that her son was God. She was a pious, virtuous woman. Simple. She was a pious, virtuous woman. And the Quran tells us she's going to heaven. Or we can say she's in heaven, if you like. Okay, 84. 84, clear sign. Note how logically the argument has led up. The argument has led up from Jewish backslidings. Backsliding is hyphenated. From Jewish backslidings and want of faith, comma, to blasphemies associated with the names of Jesus and Mary. And in the following verses, to the worship of senseless stocks and stones. Full stop. I said it before. It's blasphemy to say Jesus and the Mary are gods. I'm saying the Mary, Jesus and the mother Mary are two gods, or any one of them God. When they eat their daily bread like you and I said it before. Okay, stocks and stones. Full stop. God is one. Allahu Wahid. Ilahun Wahidan. God is one God. God is one. Semicolon. This message is one. God is one, and this message is one. Uh, Yet how people's perversity transforms truth into falsehood, religion into superstition. No good by chow. And that's why Muslims frown at the Bible and only work with certain portions of it, the portions that are righteous. In other words, the portions that are that conform to the teachings in the Quran. And that's note 784 to sign 75. Let's go to sign 76 without a note. Sign 76 has no note. Let's go there. Kul atabuduna min dunillahi ma la yamliku lakum darran wala naf'an. A question. Say, will ye worship besides God something which hath no power either to harm darran or benefit you naf'an? Will you worship such things? Wallahu huwa sami'un alimun wa huwa sami'u alimun. Sorry. Wallahu huwa sami'u alimu. But God dash he it is that heareth and knoweth all things. Sami'u al-Sami'u al-Alimu. No note to it. Let's go to the next sign, which is 77. Kul ya ahl al-kitab la tawlu fi dinikum غير الحق. Ya ahl al-kitab la tawlu dinukum بغير الحق. Oh, say, Muhammad is told to say, oh, people of the book, Ya Ahl Kitab, Exceed not in your religion. La taglu fi dinukum. La taglu fi dinukum. Bigir al The bounds, exceed not in your religion the bounds of what is proper. Of what is proper is in brackets. Without it, it simply reads, "Oh, people of the book, exceed not in your religion the bounds." That's all. Uh, Bigir al ولا تتبعوا ولا تتبعوا أهواء ولا تتبعوا أهواء قوم قد ضلوا من قبل. Nor follow the vain desires, ahwa'a, nor follow the vain desires of people who went wrong. Mm? Komen kat dalu min kablu, who went wrong in times gone, min kablu, in times gone by, in kablu. And sawa isabila, dash, who misled many and strayed themselves from the even way. Sawa'a sabila. Many who strayed themselves is in brackets. Without it, it reads, uh, uh, in times gone by, dash, who misled many and strayed from the right path. Wadallu kathiran. Wadallu and sawa'i sabila. The straight who misled people dallu, who misled people dallu kathiran, who misled many, dallu kathiran, who misled many and strayed themselves, wadallu and suwa sabila. So apart from misleading people, they mislead them, they misled themselves. Many and strayed. Apart from misleading people, they strayed. They themselves strayed from the even path. Note 785. 785 is against exceed not. La tawlu fi dinukum. La tawlu fi. Exceed not in your religion. 785. Uh, Excess. La tawlu excess. Comma, as opposed to moderation and reason. Is the simplest test by which a hypocrite or a selfish man who trades is in double inverted commas, who trades on religion. I think you know what that means, trading in religion. Who trade on religion is known from a sincere pious to as from a sincere pious and truly religious man. Full stop. Excess means that truth is sometimes concealed or trampled upon, comma, that the fashions of ancestors or contemporaries are copied or overdone. La taulu, do not go into excess or overdone, comma, and God's name is dishonored by blasphemies or the setting up of false gods or fetishes, or that good good men are defied and worshipped. But there are brackets there, or good or even bad into brackets, or good or even bad men are defied and worshipped. So whether you worship good man or you worship bad man, it is still blasphemy. mm, Are defied and worshipped. Full stop. The true path is the even path. Mm. Suwa Asabilan. Oh, I've been given a warning, but I think we are almost gone. The true path is the even path, the path of rectitude. Into brackets, compare chapter 2, Psalm 108, and chapter 5, verse 12. We are on chapter 5. Maybe we can go to 5:12 and see what is there. The even path. The true path is the even path. Let's go to sign 12 very quickly before I'm cut off. Sign 12. What does it say in English? Yes, God did about time take a covenant from the children of Israel, and we appointed 12 chieftains. And I am here with believe in the messengers, honor and assist them. Mm. I will wipe out from you your evils, and I'll bring you to gardens with rivers flowing beneath. But if you go, if any of you after this resisted faith, he truly wandered from the path of rectitude. So here, Swa is Sabilan, mm, even path, and here it is path of rectitude. We asked to compare the two verses, and we've done it. Thank you very much. Ilaleka, bye bye, Oruba. May God be with you all until we meet in our next episode, and that will be section 7, beginning with sign 78.